see what happens.
Great. That's awesome.
Hopefully we have a good connection with the whole thing. We don't keep dropping out last time. But hey, everybody. Welcome back to Tango Talks, the podcast where we waltz through weirdness, cha-cha with change, and occasionally trip over our own metaphors. I'm Tango.
And I'm Angela. And today we're talking about midlife plot twists. The hilarious, sometimes unhinged reinventions that sneak up on you somewhere between your second colonoscopy and your third attempt at sourdough.
Sourdough I haven't tried yet because I know it's one of those things where you have to share it with people.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Got a starter.
Yeah, a starter thing. But I was laughing earlier because I was reading over this whole thing, and Stephen was asking me, like, what is midlife? When is midlife? I'm like, I think it's anywhere between 40 and 50. I think is what they consider midlife. I'm like, is that right?
Yeah.
Is that correct? Okay. Because
well,
I was like,
it's probably like...
It's like whenever you buy your first Corvette.
Right? See, I was thinking midlife's more like mid 40s, so like 45 to like 55.
But you know what? I imagine it has to have changed throughout the decades because, like, back in medieval times, your midlife would have been like 12.
12. You're probably not wrong.
You know what I mean? But as people live longer, I think the midlife must have to shift with that. You know what I mean? So, I think the average lifespan now is like 90 or something like that. So,
that's
if you're
average, but I'm going to live till I'm 110. So mine would be...
Me too.
Yeah, see? Yeah. So our midlife would be like probably like 55 to 65.
Oh,
so we're right in it.
I'm already past the 55 mark.
Yep, 55 to 65. You're not there yet.
There you go. Anyways, we're talking new hobbies, new opinions, and yes, new body parts because nothing says personal growth like a titanium hip and a sudden obsession with watercolor.
You said it, Tango.
I think I just went through this. There you go. My mouth got a little crazy there. Sorry.
So, like I just recently bought a loom. And
I'm waiting for myself.
I saw it, the antique show, the loom. I got it.
That's okay. We've got behind the doors there in our so-called hidden room back there, one of the old horse stables. We have a 1800s loom.
Yeah.
And we want to put it back together. That's if Steven saved the photographs of taking it apart.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we don't know where to put it because the thing takes up like a 9x9 space, and I was like, oh, it'd be cool on the front porch. I was like, but that would be the whole front porch.
It would be. Yeah.
We'd have to put Christmas lights on it.
But the one I have is nothing like that. So he's got me beat by quite a bit. This is just a regular old wooden loom. Oh, the things we need.
Oh, let's see. Oh, my sister's saying we're having the same problem. We're dropping out.
What? No way.
Yeah, I hope not. Anybody else having a dropout problem? You have to bear with me. I've already had tonight 2 cans of the Jameson orange and tonic. Plus, I've had about 3 vodka cranberries before the show started.
So you're ready. You are ready for our show.
So I got to keep an eye on our meter down here because I apologize, everybody, because last week it was an awesome episode. I think we're gonna have to. Oh, see, there it is. It's poor. We're gonna have to. I don't know what to do. We're having network problems. I'm so sad right now because I don't want to lose anybody. But last week it was a great episode. We have a new network, and for some reason we're not having a good connection out here in the studio.
Area.
Yeah. So I think I'm gonna have to hardwire the system out here. So bear with us if we're dropping out. Just throw us a quick little blurb, and I'll try to catch it really quick and see if I can reacting. We're reacting to poor again. I'm so mad.
Well, we'll just keep going, and we're sorry.
We apologize. I don't know what to do. I mean, I guess.
Well, not for nothing, but the wind has been incredibly bad.
True. I'm going to try to pause some of the, we have OneDrive running. I'm going to see if I can pause anything that's eating up bandwidth, just so that we can, let's pause this for 2 hours. Again, everybody, sorry if I'm rambling, but I apologize, everybody. This is not how we want to run our show by any means. We were doing so good up until the new. Now it's back. See, it just keeps bouncing. I don't understand why it bounced from excellent to poor. Karen, can you hear us? I guess we're just going to continue with the show and hope that it
all comes.
It comes through. Yeah, it's disappointing, but here we go. So you were saying you bought a loom. We have one behind the door there from the 1800s that Stephen's grandmother left to him. He took it apart and took pictures, but now he doesn't think he has the pictures anymore. So I'm like, how are we putting this thing back together? There are so many parts to this thing, and strings and attachments and everything else. It's just crazy. So I don't know.
I know. And being in our midlife, it's like the mind is not there.
No.
So
not for me, anyways.
Try to remember how all those things are.
If it's not written down, it never existed for me. But anyways, the other day you texted me, I'm leaving now, like it was a threat. I was like, what? What are you talking about?
Well, it kind of was. But that's the thing. Midlife hits and suddenly you're into things you used to make fun of.
There's so many things that you make fun of older people, but now I'm the older people.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I used to roll my eyes at people who made their own granola. Now I like to make granola.
You know what? I wish I knew how to, because that is my breakfast. At least on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, it's granola.
Yeah,
every morning, granola and
yogurt.
No, it's
pumpkin.
Let me think for at least 3 seconds. Typical Italian. Pumpkin. Where the hell did that come from? Freak. No, it's what's the almond milk.
Oh,
okay, yeah, we don't drink real milk anymore.
I was going to say that.
Sure you were.
That was going to be my next thing. Yeah, but even that, we didn't always like almond milk.
Well, no, I never would have even thought of it. You know what I mean? But
no, we
switched to it quite a few years ago, actually, because we kept reading things up on the so when I was younger, we actually lived on a dairy farm out just past Rome. And it was nothing to wake up on a Saturday morning and have cows looking in your window because they would get out of the fence. We'd have to call the farmers your cows are out.
Yeah. But
my mom, because she grew up on a farm, she knew how to take the milk and put it in the refrigerator and separate it and stuff like that. So we grew up, at least me and my brother grew up on whole milk, right from the cow.
Right from the cow.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I love whole milk. If nobody's ever tried it, then you need to at least try it once, because it's a totally different flavor than the 2%. But it is, it's a thicker milk, but I love it. But I've said it to a lot of people and they're always like, that's so gross.
But, I think it's different than it used to be, because now there's a lot more hormones and additives in milk.
Yeah, we're going back probably, I'm going to date myself, but probably. What am I? Going on 60? Yeah, so probably about 50 years ago. Yeah, there probably wasn't anything in the milk back then. You know what I mean? But my ex used to say oh, that's so gross. They have slugs in the milk. And I was like, what?
Slugs in the milk?
Yeah, apparently, yeah, unpasteurized milk has slugs in it. Look at
Well, where does the slug come from? They
I don't know.
Crawl in it?
Well, I think like they lay on the ground and stuff like that. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
No matter how much I try, this headphone will not stay connected.
Oh my gosh!
I've got to find. I need a longer. I need like an 8-foot long cord that I could like staple to the wall and move all the way over to the other side away from me. But anyways, yeah. But anyways, that's what I was told. I don't know how much truth there is in that. I don't know if anybody knows that, but slugs in your milk. Yeah, I probably wouldn't eat it anyways. But anyways, I've started rating herbal teas. Actually, I love a lot of teas, and we have quite a collection inside the house. Yeah. But we've got one like for sleeping and for relaxing and chamomile for, we got everything you can think of. But I like the old fashioned teas where you have the metal. Oh,
like the ball?
Yeah.
And then you put the tea, the actual tea mix in it, all the different tea leaves.
Because I just think you get a stronger tea flavor out of that. Yeah. So I love those type of teas. And we've got like 2 of those. Mine's a cock, a rooster.
Ah, okay.
Just to clarify. Clarify. We're not trying to clarify. I apologize, but I've had a few cocktails before the show.
I don't think it has anything to do with that part of it.
But but those are the ones I like.
All in the.
Yeah, we got teas usually throughout the year. It's usually in the wintertime. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And that's when I really enjoy them. So I don't know. Can you add vodka to tea?
Probably, but I don't think it would taste very good.
Oh, that's disappointing. Well, actually, I was just thinking like when we have fire night, because we're going to try this year to have fire night out in wintertime, because I've got like buckets of wood to burn, so I got to get rid of it. But so
maybe you could, but maybe some other type of liqueur to it.
Maybe I'll have to look it up.
Yeah,
if somebody's got a tea and liquor mix, please send that to me, because I would be very interested in that. But I don't even know who I am anymore with this whole tea thing. Like, we have so many different flavors. We probably have about 12 different flavors at least.
Yeah, but there's something really good about tea. Like, I prefer coffee in the morning, but I used to be big into drinking tea in the evenings. Like, before I went to bed, I would sit and I would watch my TV shows, and I would have different teas depending on what my mood was for that evening.
Well, depending on the tea, some of those are made to relax you and calm you. But
exactly.
My doctor used to laugh at me because we used to drink like coffee. Like
in the evening?
Yeah, like 8 o'clock at night before we went to bed.
Yeah.
And she's like, doesn't it keep you up? I was like, no, we fall right to sleep.
That's crazy.
She's like, what? Talk about a coffee addiction or a caffeine addiction, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it never bothered us. We would drink. And when we drink it, it's our Yeti.
Yeah, so size. Like what is that, 24 ounces?
Yeah, something
whatever.
like that.
Yeah.
So we would drink that. And like right before going to bed, we go to bed out.
Good for you, though. I mean, some people, I know my dad is like that too. Like, he can drink coffee all night and it doesn't even bother him. But I have to stop at like 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock's my cutoff.
I know, otherwise I'm like that.
Yeah, otherwise I'm up all night.
Well, I've told you, when you're up all night, just give me a ring. Come down here. We'll have a couple of cocktails and laugh down here in the bar. I know you tried it one night and I didn't answer you.
I try it all the time.
All the time?
I do. Like, even last night. And your phone was even on.
You tried last
silent.
night?
Yeah, it's on silent.
You got to do it twice.
And it says it. It says my phone is on silent.
Yeah, but there's a thing on there that says that you can bypass the silence.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, now I know that.
Oh, dang. I could have totally.
Yeah, I was up until like midnight because, I was on that webinar.
Oh.
And which I have another one for the next 3 nights in a row. So again, it probably will be late. But then I was so excited after I had I attended this webinar that I was like, I couldn't sleep. So I had all these like thoughts in my head, and I was like, oh my God, I'm going to text me. You didn't answer.
Oh, fuck. I totally would have been like, yeah, I'll turn on the heat. I'll turn on the lights and I'll get a cocktail ready. What do you want? I hate to say it, but sometimes last resort is sometimes a cocktail is just what you need.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I admittedly don't want to be one of those people who relies on a cocktail to get to sleep at night because, my dad was an alcoholic for a while. And so it scares me. You know what I mean? I don't want to be dependent on alcohol, but sometimes
you just need a little,
one or
something.
5 gin and tonics, you know what I mean? Just push you to sleep so nice.
Yeah, 1 or 5 is good. But again, so that literally, Tango, brings us back to this whole midlife thing. Like we used to like drink and be crazy when we were young, but this is a different type of drinking. We're into different types of drinks. We're like, we do food pairings with our drinks.
We do, or cheese.
Or cheese.
You know
or
what? We used to popcorn. Steven, so we eat popcorn for dinner sometimes. And Steven's brother,
that's why I said it.
Because Steven's brother will call like randomly. He's like, "What are you guys having for dinner?" Popcorn. He's like, "That's not dinner." It's like, "Well, it is for us." You know what I mean? We love popcorn, but I just want to reach out to my sister because she's saying that who's Mr. Rick Mayer fans? I don't know what that means, but add bourbon to tea. Is that what she's saying? That sounds good. Honey liquor. What's honey liquor?
We have some.
We have honey liquor?
Yeah.
There's so many things over there. I can't even remember what we got anymore.
Yeah. Okay. So good.
All right. We need some honey liquor.
That's really good thinking.
Yeah, it is. So I just want to do a shout out. So today, this episode's sponsor, we tried this last week, but because last week was such a nightmare of a show, and I apologize again. We're probably going to have to pick like some random day and redo the episode just so people can understand what we're saying. Like it was so bad. But anyways, today's show is sponsored by Boss Landscape in the heart of upstate New York, where nature's beauty meets precision. Boss Landscaping Company is hard at work for you. Family owned and built on decades of dedication, we're more than just landscaping experts.
We're the neighbors you trust to bring your outdoor vision to life, whether it's transforming your backyard into a dream space or maintaining the land you love. Boss Landscaping has the tools, the team, and the passion to do it right.
From the first frost of fall to the last bloom of spring, we're the team that's ready to make your landscape shine. Family run, locally trusted. Your land is our legacy. Boss Landscaping, because your outdoors, sorry, Brian, because your outdoors deserves the best. Call 315-868-6705 today for a free consultation and let us bring your vision to life. I like that commercial, you know what I mean? But my sister just wrote, we're related. Of course we are, because we both like to drink. Wow, let's correct that, because me, your brother, your husband, and you like to drink. There's a reason why we nicknamed you Glug Glug. But I love you. All right, let's get back to our episode here. We're going to talk about the bionic years. Let's talk hardware upgrades. I've got a knee that clicks like a metronome and a shoulder that sounds like a haunted door, especially after this weekend. Oh my goodness. So just to fill everybody else, Halloween night. All right, so first of all, me and my brother went to go see our mom in a nursing home, which was a very good visit for the first time in probably over a year. Mm-hmm. She actually let us, take her for a walk. We, got a few words out of her. They were saying that she wasn't eating. So I was trying to get her to eat, and I got her to eat a cookie. But and I feel bad because at this stage of dementia, you talk to your parents like they're 3-year-olds,
like their children.
You know what I mean? And I just feel so guilty inside. But she kind of looked at me and she was like, "Is it good?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's good. Eat it." And you have to kind of push her hand up, and she ate the cookie and got her to take a bite of her tuna fish sandwich and eat some ice cream. So I was happy that we did that. Where was I going with this?
So Tango actually comes to our haunt
Yes.
on Friday.
After, sorry, not to interrupt you, like I constantly do, and I'm trying to get a hold of myself on this, because I do it with Steven all the time too. But so after we meet our mom, it's customary for that we need cocktails afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
So we go to DiMattio's in Rome, New York. And I started off, I had a Guinness, which was one of my favorite beers. And then my brother was drinking a vodka cranberry. He's like, I can't drink much today because blah, 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 whatever. I don't care. When people say I can't drink much, I'm done. I don't want to hear the rest of the story. But he's like, so then we ordered lunch, we ate lunch, but then I started drinking gin and tonics, but I was doing doubles. And I know it could be more, but I know I had 3. So that's like 6 gin and tonics before we left, before I went to your house. Then drink more, which was that chocolate crown.
Yeah.
And then what was it? It was pretty early. It was pretty early in the evening when I had my.
Because trick or treat and the haunt starts at 6 o'clock.
Yeah, and like 6:15, Tango decides to step over the fence, hits the wet leaves on the sidewalk, which I'm probably going to sue Jay. And I do a complete full body drop onto my left shoulder. And I'm telling you right now, if it had been on the concrete, I probably would have broke it. I think, I don't know if it's just, can you bruise a bone?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So I don't know if that's what it is or if I just bruised the muscle there. But anyways, my arm has been killing me since Halloween night. Like I can only move it like so far, and like trying to put on a shirt or a jacket in the morning is almost impossible. It just hurts so much. It's getting better. Aww. But it was funny because that night, obviously I felt no pain.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, I felt blah, blah, blah. But the next morning, I was like, holy shit, what the hell did I do? And then it wasn't like till the day after that
you feel
that my ribs started hurting.
Oh my God.
So I don't know if like it was just like if I caught myself or like I tensed up or something, but my ribs started hurting the day, like Sunday. And so Monday when I went to work, I was just like, oh, this is not going to be a good day. But I'm getting better. So, Yeah,
and I didn't see that. I had just heard about it. I was like, oh my gosh, is he okay?
No, it was full dead weight right under that. Like I went right down on that shoulder and I just laid there for a second. That one kid was nice because he came back because I was going to scare those 3 kids. And that one kid came back. He's like, are you all right, man? It's like, I think so.
Fine. Thank you.
But anyways.
I know, but we got to be careful because we're
not 19.
We're fragile.
Don't call me fragile.
We're fragile. Yeah,
anyways,
we are.
So let's get back. Let's talk hardware upgrades. You know what I mean? And like I said, both my knees. It's not just the one knee. Both knees. Sometimes at work, I have to load these 80-pound rolls of vinyl.
Yeah.
In the machine, and I don't know why they would put it at the floor. Why wouldn't they put it
lift it up?
Yeah. So I got to kneel down to the floor and load these. Well, first of all, they're 64 inches long. Replaced. So I had a problem with my front tooth. It was replaced a couple years ago, and they put in one of those temporary ones that just clips in.
Yeah, like the little fake one that just kind of it's like the clip-on tooth.
But I used to sit out here in the bar and I'd just wiggle it up and down or take it out. And Steven said one time I took it out and I did karaoke with it.
You did.
And I was like, what? I had to be toasted that night. But, again, with age. So I had to have my front tooth replaced again, and they did a bridge this time, but...
changes.
We both just looked at our network and said, poor. I'm like, damn it.
So you're going to have issues with fitting, and that's just miserable all around.
Well, yeah, because even my doctor said the last time, they couldn't do another. So my first front tooth was one of those. we're both like subconscious. We keep looking says, excellent. Okay, keep talking. We're paranoid paranoid now.
I know.
But he said, he goes, we can't put in another one of those. You ever have one of those screw things pulled out?
No, because I've never had one of those, but that's coming. Like I have to actually have that put in, because they pulled that one tooth out on me and they have to rebuild that whole piece of gum there, like the whole piece of my jaw.
A friend of mine,
bone graft.
A friend of mine was given the option of, he had, I don't know if it was gum cancer, I think it was, but he had the option of, they gave him either you can have pig gums or cadaver gums. I'm like, what? I'm like, what do you mean? I think I would choose none. Because I was joking with him. I was like, so if you get the pig ones, that means you're going to be like snouting around for truffles in the spring.
That's cool because I like truffles. I would pick that.
Or if you get the cadaver ones, that means you're going to be walking around going, brains.
Like the zombie.
So I don't know. I mean, that just, I don't know what my option would be. You know what I mean? It's like, I guess apparently pig gums are compatible with humans, but it's like, I don't know. Be like, can we just have no gums? I'm fine with no gums.
Oh my gosh. So then you think, what do you think? Like your facial bones, your skeletal bones are just going to be there?
I don't know. But
with your teeth just in them?
I know we went off a little bit here, but I know I was starting to talk about, like my doctor said, because I had one of those posts that when they ripped them out, which wasn't fun, trust me.
No, I bet not.
Because it was like, I thought he was going to put his foot on my shoulder to get that post out of there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it finally came out, but they can't put another one in there.
No, because they have to rebuild. They would have to do a bone graft.
Right.
Rebuild your
and they chose to do a crown, a bridge.
Yeah.
So it bridges across the two teeth. So the one tooth is kind of like a floater.
Yeah.
But it's just like, I can't stand it. I argue with my doctor all the time. Sorry for snorting there, people, but I'm trying to hold back the laughter as much as I can. But I argue with my doctor all the time. It's like, can't you guys come up with a fucking non-aging thing or something? Because I'm tired of falling apart.
I know.
But it's funny because like when you're in your 20s, when you're in your teens and 20s, you don't give a shit about anything. You jump out of trees, you jump off of roofs, you do this and that, you tumble rolling. And then when you hit I think when you hit about 35 or maybe 40.
Probably,
is when you start like, oh, that hurts.
Yeah.
Then you think back saying, yeah, I probably shouldn't have held up that entire roof with my shoulder. That's probably why now I've got what I got, bursitis in my shoulder. They need to come out with a bulletin board. You know what they did? Did you come up with almost like a spreadsheet thing that says, in your 20s, don't do this. Otherwise, in your 30s, you're going to feel this.
Avoid this. Yeah, exactly.
It's insane. But anyways, again, back to our actual, the bionic gears. We're not falling apart. We're being rebuilt stronger, shinier, with more warranty paperwork, which I feel like is probably true. You know what I mean?
It's like, very true.
Your hip is good for 10 years. Okay. All right.
Here's the number of the hip so that we can, in 10 years, we'll run it and say whether or not you need a new hip.
I'm surprised they don't come up with just like a little,
a scan
little barcode on your hip that says, dude, no, you're out of warranty. Sorry. You got to pay full price. That'll be next. That'll be the next thing. You know what I mean? I promise you.
Yeah, no kidding. So what else do you think we're looking at? You know what's like hobbies that we have that come out of nowhere, you know?
Goodness.
Like me, and this is wild to me. I love gardening.
We both do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hated it when I was a kid.
So
Hated it because I was made to do it.
Yes.
Go outside and pick 7,000 rows of peas.
Or weed
or
it.
weeds,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Spend your entire Saturday weeding the
exactly.
garden. Fuck no.
But now I would die if I didn't have gardening. Like I absolutely love it. I love flowers. I love vegetables. I love all of it.
But you know what it is?
Trees.
I think when you get older, it's a because we've had people tell us like, we love gardens, but we hate the weeding part. We're like, we don't mind the weeding part because for us, it's like mental downtime.
Yeah.
You don't have to think about it. You know what I mean? You're just going along and things are running through your head, but you're not thinking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're just kind of like, you just know what you got to pull out and make it look pretty and you're done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And within an hour or two, you're all set.
Yeah.
But that's how we've already looked at it. It's like, it's just mental downtime for us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But, so, and this actually, and I don't, I took a pottery class, okay? And I made a couple of things. So one thing turned out nice, and we actually put it on, I don't know if it's really a pottery class. It's one of those mold classes.
Yeah.
You go in, they already have the molds made and you just paint it and stuff like that. And they burn, they fire it for you and you're all set. So I did one of those and it was 3 pumpkins stacked and it turned out perfect. But in high school, when I did that, somebody kept trashing my molds.
Oh, no.
And they got called out during the class because I couldn't pass the class without having a successful mold. So somebody who must have hated me in high school or middle school. And so they just they gave me just a B just to pass me through because every time I poured my mold, it was destroyed. So fast forward though, there used to be a company locally in Herkimer that you could go down and they had, oh my goodness, they had a warehouse full of molds.
No kidding.
Yeah. And I've looked for it since then, but I think they've closed up. I don't know what they did with all their molds, but you could go in, pick a mold, and they would pour it for you. And then you would paint it and they would fire it and then you could come pick it up. But I've tried doing some of that stuff here, but I don't have the equipment for it. You know what I mean? So I want to get into, I want to get a throwing wheel because I think that would be fun to have. Oh, that would be
like
fun.
A potter's wheel.
Goodness, that would be
cool.
so fun because Terry Jo could come down and do classes on that. Mm-hmm. She was really good on that. We did that in high school and we used to stay after school to do that. Then one day, I don't know who started it. I'm going to say Terry Jo. We started throwing clay at each other.
Uh-oh.
And it ended up on the ceiling and the walls and everything. And the teacher came in. He's like, I don't care who did it, who started it. I just want this place cleaned up before Monday. So we had to go through and clean it all up. It was a mess. But we used to have fun in there. But my high school, like my senior year in high school was 3 lunch periods, 2 study halls, and the rest was all art classes.
Yeah.
So I used to be able to leave like at 1:00, sometimes at noon, depending on the day. Because if you had a certain grade point average, they call it park plan, and you could leave.
That's cool.
So I'd be like, hey, later, bitches.
See ya.
But anyways, so my pottery classes are probably a little bit on the weak side. But again, I would still like to do an introductory to sculpting class.
That sounds like fun. I love to sculpt too.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got an elf head upstairs I've been working on for 3 years now for
really?
Stephen. The head is done. I just got to do the arms and the legs.
Yeah, because he wants to.
Right.
Yeah. He's all about those little elves.
Yeah, but he says the head is too big. So I'm like, I got to resculpt it. I don't want to resculpt it. But yeah, so it's fun to do stuff like that.
It is fun, but that's the joy of it. Our midlife hobbies aren't about mastery. They're about curiosity and sometimes about just avoiding the world, people.
I agree.
It's one of those things that keep us keep our minds working and busy, and they just keep us thinking in a different way.
My sister just wrote something about OMG, I had that Angela. So I'm not sure what she was talking about. Maybe the gardening thing or
Oh.
But yeah, like these midlife hobbies, like I'm the worst person I don't pat myself on the back very often, but it's easy for me to pick up new hobbies, and that's a problem because you've been in our upstairs craft room, and I've got I'll get hooked on something like paper curling.
Yep.
And I'll just buy like $1,000 worth of paper curling. We got books of papers and equipment and machinery, and I'll be hooked on it for like 6 months, and then I'm done. Then I get hooked on punch needle. I was hooked on that for a year, and I bought all the stuff you need to do punch needle. I even created my own patterns, and I was doing all this stuff. And I was like, okay, that's fun, done. And then I just keep moving on to these different. I always tell people, I wish I could just be good at one thing. Not that I'm good at everything. I'm not saying that, but I wish I could just be good at one thing. You know what I mean? So when I try these other things, like, oh, that sucks. I won't do that again.
Yeah.
But it's always just enough there to be like, well, that's kind of cute. Let's try another one.
Yeah.
So these midlife hobbies, like they come and flow back and forth. It sucks. It's so expensive.
But, well, yeah, that's what it is. But you know what? Now that we're at this age, we don't have to worry so much. We can afford our hobbies that only last,
a month,
5 minutes.
2 months.
Yeah, exactly.
The only hobby I never got really interested in, I thought it was cool, but our friend Mike was doing those, what do they call them? Those little beads you snap into place.
Oh, diamond nuts.
Is that? Yeah.
Yeah.
So he got hooked into that, and he did some beautiful stuff. I was like, I would kill somebody before I just wouldn't have the patience for it. You know what I mean? I get about like 1 inch in and be like, fuck this. Give me a knife and let me stab somebody. I'm done.
Well, that's definitely not what it's about.
No, but I just can't, So there's certain things I just can't do. They're just too tedious for me. I just, repetitive.
Yeah.
But the one nice thing about getting to this age is naps. I used to fight naps so much. I don't want to go to sleep. Now I feel like I need to schedule them. like almost like meetings, put them on my calendar, at 2:00, Tango's going to take a half-hour nap.
I love it.
And it's funny because there's been a few times over the years at work, because my office chair reclines all the way down through.
Yep.
That I've actually reclined it down and put my feet up on the sign table, and taking a 10-minute little,
just a refresher.
Yeah, I don't know if I really fall asleep, but you just kind of relax for a couple minutes.
Yeah,
and you do kind of feel good afterwards.
Oh, definitely.
But it would be nice to take an hour nap.
2 hours. Yeah.
What are you doing for lunch? Napping.
I love that.
We are now 60 years old. We need a nap.
So just a little note here. Things are buzzing. All our podcasts can now be found on hmprintdesign.com under the podcast section. Check them out and join us every Tuesday night around 6-ish.
Thanks, Angela. We need those follows and subscribes. They are free, people. So, there's no cost to subscribe. And those of you who are already subscribed, if you could tag your friends and say, listen, just give these guys a listen. You may like them. You may not like them. And, that's fine. That's everybody's opinion and choice. But for us, it allows us to get to that next level so we can do additional things, not only for us, but for you guys. You know what I mean? Things that we can share, things we can do. It really helps us get boosted. So, we really would appreciate that.
Yeah. And now you can buy us a drink. found under podcasts at hmprintdesign.com.
Isn't that awesome?
It is.
People can buy us a drink.
I love it.
So, there it is, people. Buy us a drink. You know what I mean? That's what this show's all about.
Yeah.
Cocktails and a pug.
That's right. Make yourself a drink while you're at it. And
Absolutely.
join in on the fun.
And you can also help support the show at Patreon, patreon.com/Tango Talks 66. And we have all sorts of rewards and gifts and things to thank you with. And actually, I think I have to look. I think it comes up later on, but I think we're running a little comment gift thing.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
I think if you comment, I have to. I think it comes up in the next couple of slides here. But I think we're running a promotion where the top comments or something like that are up for a Tango Talks tumbler.
Love it.
So I want one myself.
Yeah.
But please subscribe or follow. We really need those so we can get to the next level. Oh, by the way, we did pass the 30 mark as far as listeners. Yay! So we did make it to that next level, and we're just a little bit away to get to the next level on the downloads part.
That's great.
So we're getting there. We're getting there.
So what about some of the things that we call them like weird wisdom things? You start saying things like, I don't trust the stairs. I only crunchy tacos on Tuesdays. And no one questions it. Grandparents, it's like we never wanted to be that, but here we are.
Because we used to laugh about them when we were younger. It's like, what are they talking about? What do they mean?
Right?
Now I feel like, we probably to the younger generation, we probably sound just like our grandparents did. You know what? But no one questions it because you've earned it. You've survived dial-up internet. Remember AOL?
Yeah. And you couldn't pick up the phone.
Nope. You get yelled at. Low-rise jeans and at least one existential crisis. You get to be weird now. You know what I mean? And I tell Steven all the time, like, I want to be that old person sitting on the front porch with an unloaded shotgun, but screaming at kids going, get the fuck off my lawn.
Oh my God. I'm going to wear my tie-dye jumpsuit and my
flared jeans.
Yeah, my mismatched sneakers. That's going to be my weirdo thing. But, as far as things go, I feel midlife isn't a crisis.
Nope.
It's a remix.
You get to do what you want.
Yeah. It's a plot twist. It's a chance to say, you know what? I'm going to learn the accordion.
You come down here on Tango's Bar and Grill karaoke night and do the accordion.
That's right. Yeah.
Please don't.
Too late. I already named it. I already said
it. So tonight I'm drinking classic vodka cranberry. And I'll admit, first I had orange Jameson tonic of the vodka cranberries. And I already told you about last Friday with me and my brother. We went to visit my mom and had plenty of drinks, and then went to Angela's house and had plenty more. We were drinking chocolate Crown.
Crown, yeah.
Yeah, because Jay said that we drank almost the whole bottle.
Yeah. I think the bottle's gone.
Is it really?
Yep. Yep.
He must have finished it.
I was drinking sangria, which was absolutely delicious. And Kimber, if you're listening, it was much better the next day.
Oh, it's always
because the orange slices just seeped into the.
Wait, there was sangria?
Yeah, you tasted it while I was making it. You silly.
I did? I don't remember much about Friday. Other than falling.
Apparently not. Oh, Tango.
That's the problem. That's the problem with me. And you get me around alcohol. It's like, no, I'm trying to be good. Oh, do you want one of these? Yep.
Oh, this is so delicious, you said. I was like, okay.
Well, how come I didn't have more of them?
I don't know.
They weren't offered to me. You and Kimber were drinking them all. You kept them to yourself.
Oh, my goodness.
So let's keep twisting. So here's to the plot twist, to the reinventions, to the hobbies, the hardware. You know what? Luckily, so far, I don't have any hardware in me yet.
Yeah, me either.
Even though they wanted to do that spinal thing there.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, you're going to make me a Borg?
I know.
Going around like, resistance is futile. And the hilarity of becoming someone new.
We see you, midlife weirdos, and we salute you with ergonomic mugs and orthopedic inserts.
Ergonomic mugs. I love that. Thanks for listening to the Tango Talks. Subscribe, share, and tell us your favorite midlife reinvention. Bonus points if it involves bees, banjos, or bizarre beverages.
Until next time, keep twisting,
Keep laughing.
keep dancing through the weird.
Slancha. P.S. Send in your comments for a chance to win a Tango Talks live tumbler. Thank you, everybody, and have a good night.
Bye.